delete this one. It's completely tolerable. Okay, okay. Oh man, this is so scuffed on my laptop without my gamer PC. But we will do our best. Penalties for illegal streaming shoehorned into COVID relief bill. US Congress has passed a COVID-19 stimulus bill that rather encouragingly includes measures against for-profit illegal streaming services. So there's two sources that I have on this. I have like Forbes, and I read a few more, and yeah, I'm not recording right now. And additionally, I have CNN, and we'll look at both. The problem with this is that it's like extremely vague. For far too long, these individual creators have had rights but no means of enforcing them due to the expense and complexity of federal court. With today's passage of the CASE Act, creators will have a voluntary, inexpensive, and streamlined alternative, a small claims tribunal that will be housed within the U.S. Copyright Office, enabling them to defend their copyrighted works from infringement. So this sounds pretty cool. Not awful, I guess. And there's some relief that the bill doesn't include penalties for individuals found to have illegally streamed content, thus potentially criminalizing ordinary Twitch streamers or YouTubers. But there's criticism of claims tribunal as being potentially unaccountable and fears that fair use provisions will be ignored. So there's a lot of like concern about this just getting slipped into the COVID stimulus bill, which is supposed to help people don't have money due to the pandemic. That's what it's supposed to do. But this thing is just kind of slipped in there, and a lot of content creators are worried that they can get a felony for like streaming something with copyrighted music or like a movie scene or whatever, and they're really worried about it. And it's so vague that we don't know like how worried we should be, because if we look at CNN, according to this author, Jordan Felinsky, you probably don't have to worry about the Protecting Lawful Streaming Act, which was introduced earlier this month by Senator Tom Tillis, a Republican from North Carolina. This doesn't target casual internet users. The law specifies that it doesn't apply to people who use illegal streaming services or individuals who access pirated streams or unwittingly stream unauthorized copies of copyrighted works. I don't know who this is quoted from, but it leads me to assume that it's the Republican dude, Tom Tillis. It says rather that it's focused on commercial, for-profit streaming piracy services. So I would assume that this is things like the Pirate Bay and stuff like that. You know, I'm actually going to make my model a little bit smaller. There we go. That's better. So now you guys can actually like kind of see what I'm looking at, and I can lean out of the way a little bit. I'm sorry for covering the text. God, I'm so unprofessional. So basically, yeah, according to CNN, this would just be targeting things like the Pirate Bay or whatever, like just pirating services that will stream content for you to like torrent and stuff, rather than individual creators who accidentally like have copyrighted music in the background. And if that's the case, that's really good. Like I think we should that's pretty good if we're safe. But it's vague, so like, and there's not enough like articles about it really detailing, because look at how short this is. Like this is a tiny little article, and it's just there's not enough information, and I haven't been able to read the actual thing. It always extends longer than what they say. I'm not sure what you're referring to, Philip Gabriel, but sure, yeah. I mean, my thoughts on it are that, like, if they're targeting the people who pirate stuff and make tons of money off of pirating, like there are people that make millions off of pirating stuff. I think it's fine, I guess, to go after them. But if this harms individual creators, I think copyright should only protect the content in its original form. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Like with fair use and transformative content, I think that definitely should be protected. And I don't know. Copyright is so weird. Like, it's necessary, but it's just handled really poorly, and they need to do a better job at it. And this bill is just, it's really concerning. It's really concerning, but time will tell if this actually gets through, which I'm not sure if it has gotten through. Time will tell if this was okay, if this was good, and we'll see. We'll see if people start getting felonies on Twitch for streaming a song that was copyrighted. That's really bad, and that would be the end of like an era, and people probably won't stream much anymore. We might have to do something different. I'm not sure. Copywriting background music is really silly, as nobody would use it as a substitute for the real thing. Yeah, absolutely. Like, it's really dumb, and the music industry, specifically with that, is like super trigger happy to like DMCA people and claim people who just have this stuff in the background, and it's really unfortunate, and I think something has to be done about that too. But I don't know. This is what's going on in America. America's really weird. If this has the negative consequences that people are afraid it does, we're kind of screwed. And if it doesn't, and it's just like the pirating companies, then I guess we wouldn't have to worry. But there's so little information about it that I think that we'll just have to wait and see.